Hey guys, it's Sierra. Welcome back to my channel. So for the past month, I have been trying out SoulCycle. There has been so much hype around SoulCycle. It's a spin class, a new kind of like trendy exercise boutique, and a lot of people love it and praise it for being a great workout with an uplifting message. But there's also a lot of criticism around it being elitist and skepticism on whether or not the workouts are as good as they say they are. So going into this video, I had never tried SoulCycle before. This is in no way sponsored, so it's gonna be completely unbiased. To try to give it a fair shot, I wanted to try SoulCycle for an entire month, so I did 3 classes a week for a month, so 12 classes total. I filmed throughout this whole experience from beginning to end, sharing my thoughts, my progress, my development, and at the end of this video, I'm gonna give you guys the pros and cons of SoulCycle, my final verdict on whether or not I think it's worth it, and some tips for anyone who's wanting to get into SoulCycle. So on their website, SoulCycle says that they are way more than a workout, it's a sanctuary. What SoulCycle actually is a full body spin class held in a very dimly lit room where you ride to the beat of the music. The classes are typically 45 minutes long, and in addition to, you know, what you're usually doing in a spin class, cycling, they also have you doing push-ups, choreography, crunches, and weights. So there's no membership for SoulCycle. You purchase each individual class and you reserve it on the app, and then you also choose your seat when you're doing that. I like to work out and go to the gym, but I've always been pretty skeptical of fitness fads. I have my circuit, I have my routine at the gym. I'm not one to try those vibrating ab belts or fat shakers, and I hated hot yoga when I tried it. So going into this month, I definitely had my reservations. So I'm about to go into my first SoulCycle class ever, and I'm like weirdly nervous about it. I don't know, I think trying anything new is a little bit nerve-wracking, and then also like I'm in kind of like average shape right now. I'm not in the best shape of my life, but I've definitely been in worse shape than I am right now. So I think I'll be able to handle the class, but I definitely think it's gonna push me based on everything that I've read and heard. These classes are pretty challenging. It's also like a weird time. It's about 4 o'clock right now, so like I haven't had dinner, but I'm like a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna eat this little nut pack before I go inside. Hopefully this will give me the energy to push through the class. It is supposed to be 45 minutes long, and I've done a spin class before and I loved it just like at my gym, but I feel like SoulCycle, it seems a little bit like culty. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've never done it, but like when I was reading online, it's like it's in a candlelit room and it's all about finding yourself. It sounded a little culty. But either way, I'm excited. Maybe I'll join the SoulCycle cult after one class. Maybe I'll be super into it. It's definitely very expensive though. One class is usually $28, but I got like a first timer discount, so it was only $20. And my monthly gym membership, like for the entire month, is $20. So I'm paying more for one class than I would be for my entire month at my gym. So I hope it's good. I hope it's everything it's cracked up to be. I'm definitely nervous, but let's do it. First ever SoulCycle class done, and I am freaking exhausted. Oh my gosh, I did not know I could sweat that much. I was sweating profusely. I was pushing myself. I drank this entire thing of water within the first like 20 minutes, and then I was like, well, guess next time I'll have to bring like 3 waters. And honestly, what I was saying before I came about it being like a little culty, like yeah, honestly, it kind of is, but I'm kind of like here for it. I'm kind of drinking the Kool-Aid. Like in the first 10 minutes, I was so tired. Like I was trying to keep up. I was standing, I was sitting, I was doing all the things. And then I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can finish this class, let alone like do an entire month of SoulCycle. But like, I don't know, the energy in the room and the instructor, oh my gosh, this instructor was amazing. She was like so positive and encouraging and like gave this speech about confidence and insecurity. And I was like wooing along with the group. I drank the Kool-Aid, that is for sure. I should probably give a little bit of a rundown of how the class went for any of you guys who've never done SoulCycle or never done a spin class at all. So basically I checked in, signed a waiver, and they gave me their special cycling shoes so you can clip into the bike. And now what I didn't know is this is actually an additional fee. So since it was my first time, it was free, but after that it's $3 per class. So that's another $3 on top of that. Of course you could buy and bring your own cycling shoes, but it seems like almost everyone there just pays the $3 and rents them for the day. So once you have your shoes on, you walk into into the cycle room, and all the bikes are numbered, and it was very dimly lit, and there was a really awesome employee who helped me like figure everything out since it was my first time. So they have to set the bike like to your dimensions. So they adjusted the bike for me, they showed me how to clip in, and you really have to like push your foot into the bike. And once I was in, the class got going, and like I said, the instructor was just awesome. She did a really good job of like encouraging everyone to push themselves, but also not like, even though I obviously was not even close to being at like the fitness level of a lot of people in that class, I never once felt like singled out or like anyone was looking at me. It was very much like you know, we're all in this together, like give your neighbor a cheers, like whip your ponytail, we all got this. And through the class, it's 45 minutes. It wasn't just like cycling. There was some where we were standing, some where we were sitting. We had weights in the back of the bike that at one point they had everyone take out, and we were doing like arm exercises and mini like push-ups on the bike. So there was a lot, and all throughout the class, like really loud hip hop pop remixes were playing, and we were pedaling to the beat of the music. So on a slower song, we'd pump up the resistance, and then, you know, you'd be biking a little bit slower. And then on a faster song, you'd turn down the resistance and just go, 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 go. And throughout the class, there were times when the instructor would say like, we're all gonna stand up now, we're all gonna sit down now. And there were times where my legs would not stand up. Like I just wasn't in good enough shape. I was too tired, and that was totally okay. There were people around me who were sitting. There were some people who were, you know, like going really slow, going really fast. Everyone was kind of like at their own pace, but trying to like keep the momentum of the group, if that makes sense. Also, they keep the room very hot. Like it's almost like a sauna. Like it's hot, you're moving a lot. That's another reason why you're sweating so much, is they keep the room really, really hot. Okay, I am drinking my smoothie, getting ready for my second SoulCycle class. So this is 2 days after the first class I did, and surprisingly, my legs weren't as sore as I would have expected, but my butt is so sore, and not even just sore, it's like bruised from the seat. So I think for two reasons. First, I've read that it takes like a long time for your butt to get used to the SoulCycle seat, like literally 6 months to a year. And second, I was sitting more than everyone else, so my butt hurts a lot. But I did read that at SoulCycle, they have gel seat covers that make it way more comfortable. They just don't really like advertise it, so you have to ask. So I'm gonna ask for one of those today. Hopefully that will help, because sitting down is very uncomfortable the past few days. Okay, day 2, class 2 is done. I feel great. I can't believe how much better I was able to do just after one class. This time, literally 95% of the time that the class and the instructor were standing up, I was standing up. I only took one little second to sit down when everyone else was standing, have some water, wipe off my sweat, and I think I just really like pushed through a lot of the tiredness and all that. And I did end up getting the little gel pad for the seat, which made a huge difference. Also, the emotional side of SoulCycle isn't something that I thought would affect me like at all. I thought it would just be a good workout. It really is like an emotional workout just as much as it is like a physical workout. I think you definitely have to be like open to that though, like ready to like really push through it and really like self-reflect. But I enjoyed that so much, way more than I did the first time, and I liked the first time a lot. So I wasn't even planning on going to a SoulCycle class again until Monday. It's Friday today, but I think I might sign up and go tomorrow or Sunday, because like this is great. I love this. I guess this has become my little after SoulCycle reflection spot, but I just finished my 3rd SoulCycle class. I decided to try a new instructor today because my first 2 classes were with the same woman, and this instructor was really good. Like she was really high energy, but I don't think she fit like my vibe, I guess, my personality as much as the first instructor. And it was also interesting because I didn't realize how much the SoulCycle instructor like dictates the flow of the class. All the movements were different, the arm section was totally different, just everything was different. But this was a really good workout. I was, you know, like pushing myself harder than I did the first 2 times. I think each class I have pushed myself progressively more. And I think I also learned after the last class that I cannot do SoulCycle in the morning, because after the last class, which was a 9 a.m. class, I was like dead the rest of the day. This class was at noon, so I feel like hopefully I'll be able to get through the rest of my day. But after this, I think I'm gonna schedule my SoulCycle classes for the evening because it takes a lot out of you. I just finished my 4th class of SoulCycle, so first class of the 2nd week. We've got this nice little inspirational wall behind me, very SoulCycle. One of my viewers, one of you guys was in the class today, so hey Katie, if you're watching this, it was great meeting you. Yeah, I'm just really enjoying SoulCycle still. It's been really good for like my body and my mind. I think I'm getting stronger. I think the class is getting easier for me. I remember that first class, I felt like I was dying every second, and this class, I only felt like I was dying a few times. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing another class tomorrow, so I'll check in with you guys then. Okay, we just finished my 5th SoulCycle class, her first SoulCycle. Yeah. So, you guys already know how I'm feeling about it. How did you feel about your first class?
I loved it.
Really?
When you first told me that you were gonna go on this like SoulCycle journey, I was like, have fun, I won't be there, like not gonna drink the Gatorade, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I was like, for your birthday, like I wanna come with you and it's gonna be a thing. I literally was like almost in tears.
Right?
I loved it so much.
That was me, my first SoulCycle class. And this instructor was good, but you have to come to a class with Maya. She's the instructor that I'm like obsessed with. Like literally I'm like almost in tears after every class with her.
Oh my God, they started playing that song that was like, someday somebody's gonna
say goodbye.
And I just was like, cry singing it. Like
yes.
It was just so wonderful.
I'm so glad you liked it. It's so funny because you've always been someone who was like, oh, I don't really like working out.
Yeah.
So seeing you like love working out was like so fun and cool. Also, I feel like I was talking about yesterday how I wasn't sure if I was like getting in better shape or if I was just like getting more used to SoulCycle. But my arm muscles, I mean, you can't see it, but feel it. They're like a lot. Are they not a lot stronger than they were?
You've always been kind of swole though. Like, I feel like even in high school, I was like, I'm gonna do cardio, and you were always like, yeah, I'm training. So.
But I feel like even just holding the camera right now, like I have a little muscle right here, and I usually don't have that. The arm section is killer. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
That's I felt like I like stayed on track the whole time.
Yeah.
But the arm section was where I was like,
My 6th SoulCycle class, so the end of my 2nd week, oh wow, I just realized that I'm officially halfway through. This was one of my favorite classes so far. It was a themed ride and the theme was guilty pleasures. So it was a lot of like throwback songs. They played like Milkshake, Baby Got Back. It was really fun though. I was like singing along and then I was like embarrassed for singing along, but then I looked around and everyone else was singing along. So I was like, all right, cool. This is a sing along class. So that was really great. I feel like my stamina has increased so much in the past 2 weeks. I remember the first class, even the first few classes, I really was like drenched in sweat and like feeling like I was gonna die. And even though I'm still pretty much drenched in sweat now, I feel like I'm able to push myself and keep up with the beat, if not like push myself past the beat a little bit every single song. So I think it's a combination of getting more used to a SoulCycle class and the way it goes, and also just getting in better shape. Getting started on my 3rd week of SoulCycle, and I feel really good, really excited, and I think I definitely have the hang of how everything goes now. But today's class is an Ariana Grande themed class, which I love Ariana Grande, so I'm super excited. I think the themed classes are definitely something I'm gonna start doing more because it's a lot of fun and I like knowing the kind of music I'm gonna get into. So let's head inside and get this workout started. So I just finished the SoulCycle class and I actually didn't know when I signed up for this, but this was a 1-hour class instead of a 45-minute class. Most SoulCycle classes are 45 minutes, but they have like certain variations. Like this one I think is called Soul Survivor, and it's 60 minutes. So it's like longer workout and then longer stretching at the end. And I didn't even realize when I signed up for it because I just saw Ariana Grande and clicked reserve. But like 40 minutes into the class, I checked my Apple Watch and I'm like, huh, it's been 42 minutes. Usually around the 40-minute mark is when we start doing the stretching. And she's like, all right, 2 more songs, let's go. And I was like, huh? Did I miss something? Is my watch wrong? And then I realized it must be the hour class. But it was really great. Love the themed classes. I think I'm definitely gonna be doing more of those as we move forward. And I actually used the showers and like the little getting ready area for the first time because I needed to like be dressed after SoulCycle today and not just gross and sweaty since I'm running errands. So they have a whole area with showers and then a little table where you can do your makeup. They have hair dryers, hair clips, whatever you need. And they also have towels, which is great because I didn't bring a towel. I wasn't sure if they were gonna have towels, and they do. All the showers, at least at the SoulCycle that I went to, were totally equipped with shampoo, conditioner, face wash, even razors, like literally everything you'd need. And they also had little plastic SoulCycle branded bags for free for you to put your sweaty, yucky SoulCycle clothes into, which was great because as soon as I took them off, I was like, oh man, that is a lot of sweat. So they're not gonna get my bag all yuck. They're just in their own little bag and I can just throw them in the wash when I get home. Okay, so I just walked out of my SoulCycle class. Literally, we were only like 15 minutes in and I felt like I was gonna throw up, so I'm gonna go home and then I will tell you guys about why I think this happened. I've literally just been sitting in my car for the past like 20 minutes because I feel so terrible. I don't want to drive feeling like this, and I keep hoping that my stomach will go back to normal, but it's not, so eventually I might just have to drive. So this was my first negative experience at SoulCycle, and it's no one's fault but my own. So obviously SoulCycle pushes your body a lot, and I've heard stories about people like passing out or throwing up at SoulCycle, but like I had been totally fine up till this point. This morning, I woke up and I felt a little bit sick, but I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm still gonna go to SoulCycle. Like, I don't have the flu or anything. Get to SoulCycle, stomach feeling a little bit queasy, but I'm like, it's fine, I'll be fine. Get on my bike, start going, and I start feeling dizzy and nauseous, but I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going. And after about 15 minutes, I was like, I'm literally gonna throw up. So I unclipped, ran out of the class, went to the bathroom, and spilled my guts. So that was great and fun, but I think, you know, it is no one's fault but my own. I shouldn't have gone to SoulCycle if I knew I wasn't feeling great, and I didn't have breakfast this morning. Usually I make like a smoothie before I go to like the gym or to SoulCycle or whatever I'm doing, but I was running late this morning, so I didn't, and yeah, that was just not the best decision. But yeah, word to the wise, don't work out if you already feel like you're gonna throw up, because then you definitely will throw up. And eat breakfast before you go, or maybe don't, because then you throw up the whatever. So I just finished class number 9 at SoulCycle, and oh my gosh, I'm really glad I took a couple days off after I got sick in the last class. I ended up actually getting, maybe not the flu, but a cold, some sort of sickness. I was sick for a couple days, so it definitely makes sense why I didn't do so hot in SoulCycle last time, but today, feeling great. It went great. I think now after 9 classes, going into my last week of SoulCycle, I feel like I get it. I feel like I'm no longer a newbie. I know what to expect. I know how to set up my bike. And most importantly, my butt doesn't get sore anymore from sitting in that hard seat for 45 minutes. Maybe like the muscles or the tissues in my butt have like adjusted to it. I don't know, but it doesn't hurt. So that's great. And overall, I just feel like I know what to expect from SoulCycle now when I go into each of the classes. And I can handle it a lot more. Maybe I'm just getting more used to SoulCycle, or maybe I'm getting in better shape. I don't know, maybe both, probably both. Oh, wow, I straight up look like a tomato. I am so red. So SoulCycle class number 10, officially into the double digits. It was a really, I mean, I say this after every single class. It was a great workout. It was another one of those Soul Activate classes that are 60 minutes. And while I do like those because you're paying the same price as a regular class, but you're getting a longer workout, I feel like I am definitely dragging my feet at the end. And I think that's because I'm not conserving my energy enough to push all the way through. I'm kind of like pacing myself the way I do in a 45-minute class, and then I get to the 50-minute mark and I'm like, oh my gosh, there is nothing left in the tank. I am just heading out for my second to last SoulCycle class of the month, number 11. And I think this is definitely the most excited I've been for a SoulCycle class because it's Hamilton themed. Yeah, I logged onto the SoulCycle app yesterday because the classes go live Monday at noon, and I saw that Tuesday, today, there was a class that was gonna feature music all from the Broadway smash hit Hamilton, an American musical. I'm a musical theater nerd, I'm a Hamilton nerd, and so is my friend Skylar, so I invited her to come with me, and we're gonna hit up this Hamilton SoulCycle mashup together. I'm so excited to like pedal really fast to Guns and Ships. It's gonna be awesome. That was so good.
That was the best workout of my entire life.
I didn't know I could push myself that hard. Here's the thing, I've like, every time I do SoulCycle, I get a good workout. Yeah. But when it's Hamilton and I know the words and I'm screaming the Hercules Mulligan part as I'm like pushing myself as hard as I possibly can on my bike.
Took my top off. Like I literally was crying and I took my top off.
All right, I am about to head inside for my last SoulCycle class number 12. Even got myself a SoulCycle shirt. Had to like complete the SoulCycle initiation, I guess, since it's been a full month. I'm ending this little adventure into SoulCycle doing a class with the same instructor that I did my first class with since I liked her so much. I've done quite a few classes with her and she's just amazing. Like her classes are my favorite. And I figured, you know, might as well end the way I started it. Oh man, that was great. What a perfect class to end this video on. I can honestly say every class I did, I had a good experience. Well, except maybe the time I threw up. But like that was kind of circumstances outside of the control of the class. Like every instructor I've had has been good. Every workout has been good. good. But for some reason, that one instructor, her name's Maya at the San Diego SoulCycle, if you guys ever do a class with her, she is just amazing, so inspiring, so like body positive. So much of her message when she's like talking and like motivating us while we're riding is about loving yourself, embracing yourself. It's kind of the message that I wish more fitness related activities had. So much of fitness seems to be based on body shaming, numbers, diet culture, and I love that SoulCycle is so the opposite of that. Like one time last year, I went for a personal training session at my gym, and the first thing they wanted to do was put me in a body fat scanner to measure my starting point. And I was like, hi, no thank you. That is not what I'm trying to do with my fitness and my health and my workouts. And I really love that SoulCycle is so focused on the positivity, on improving yourself, and not focusing on weight or numbers or appearance or anything like that. And I really, really appreciate that. And it was a great ride to end this experiment on. So 4 weeks later, after 12 classes of SoulCycle, I can definitely say I've noticed some changes. I feel a lot stronger. I have more muscle definition in my arm. I'm sure you really can't see anything, but like it's there. And my thighs are definitely a lot stronger. I also think I'm in much better cardiovascular shape than I was at the beginning of this little journey. At this point, I can completely keep up with a SoulCycle class, with the exception of falling behind on a few weird like choreography things. My skin also feels so much more clear and healthy, I think from all of the sweating probably. The SoulCycle seat no longer hurts my butt at all. I don't even need the seat cushion. And a big change I've noticed, I'm not completely wiped out after a class anymore. I'm still pushing myself just as hard, if not harder. My Apple Watch says I'm burning more calories than I was at the beginning. But in that first week, I could only do SoulCycle in the evenings because all I wanted to do after a class was sleep. And I would be sore for the next couple days. I would have to roll my legs out with a foam roller. And at this point, I can do a SoulCycle class like I would any other workout and go on with the rest of my day. So at the end of 12 SoulCycle classes, a full month of going regularly, what's the verdict? Is it worth it? So let's break it down into some pros and cons. So the pros, I really do feel like I'm getting a great workout in each class, and I also leave feeling very emotionally recharged. It's not nearly as cliquey or judgy as I thought it would be, and I think the dimly lit room and the loud music really helps with that as well, because I'm not worried if other people are looking at me or judging me. Everyone's in their own headspace, in their own world, but we're riding together as a group. It's a body positive workout. Everything is about loving yourself, embracing yourself, and pushing yourself to be stronger, not to be thinner, not to look different. And that can be so hard to find in the health and fitness industry. So I really commend SoulCycle for that. Also, the themed classes are awesome. The Hamilton class, the Guilty Pleasures class, the Ariana Grande class, and they had so many other ones. I think the themed classes are definitely where it's at. So cons, number one, the biggest one, it is so expensive at $30 a class plus shoe rental. That is a lot, and it's hard to justify even though I do like it and I did enjoy it. Also, the fact that there's no membership option makes it difficult because even someone who wants to go every day or do 2-a-days is gonna be paying the same price no matter what. The dance moves can be hard to follow at times, and it can kind of cause you to fall behind on keeping your legs moving to the rhythm. And you do have to have a certain fitness level to start. I wouldn't call these entry-level classes. I think I was in decent shape when I started, and I really struggled that first class and really that whole first week. And the fact that they keep the room so hot makes it difficult to tell how much of your sweat is just from the heat and how much is actually from exerting energy. I do think that SoulCycle is still a really good workout, but I do think the amount that you're sweating can be a little bit misleading because of how hot the room is. So, will I continue doing SoulCycle after this video? The main thing that is a hard stop for me is just the price. I think now that I've finished the video, I'm not gonna go to SoulCycle regularly. I'm not gonna keep up going 3 times a week, but I am gonna go from time to time as kind of a motivator to switch up my workout routine. So if money is not a factor for you, then heck yeah, I'd recommend SoulCycle. But if you're on a budget and you're still interested in spin classes, I'd recommend just signing up for a gym where you get spin classes as part of the membership. It'll still be a great workout. You may not get the SoulCycle experience, but I mean, it's so expensive. So after all of this, if you're still thinking of giving SoulCycle a go, here are my tips for new riders. First, tell them that you're new when you arrive. They will help you set up your bike. You'll get your shoe rental for free the first time. And every single class that I was in, there were at least a couple new riders, so there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Don't ride on an empty stomach. Make sure that you fuel your body before you go because you're gonna need that energy to push through. Ask for a seat cushion. It makes all the difference at the beginning. I think the best thing to wear for SoulCycle is leggings, a sports bra, and a loose fitting tank top. And also don't bother wearing running shoes because you're gonna be changing into the spin shoes anyways when you get there. So take advantage of that. Wear your slippers, wear your slides, wear your comfy shoes. If you have a smartwatch, definitely wear it, but put it on theater mode so that it's not lighting up the whole time since the class is very dark. It's great for subtly tracking time throughout the class and tracking your workout. Get there early. I think ideally my perfect timeline is parking at SoulCycle 15 minutes before the class starts. That way I have time to get my shoes, get my locker, fill up my water, use the bathroom, and still clip in before the class starts. More resistance will actually help you. My first class, I had so much trouble standing up because I kept the resistance so low because I thought it would help me to be able to do the whole class, but it actually makes it harder because you don't have as much resistance to balance against when you're standing. So turn up that resistance a little bit when you're standing. Choose classes that play the music that you like and know because it is so much easier to get into it and follow the beat of the music if you like that music. The Hamilton class was definitely my favorite of this entire experience. Get to know the instructors, introduce yourself after class, and say hi to them every time you walk in, and it just makes the whole experience a lot more personal. And last, listen to your body. SoulCycle is great and it's an awesome workout and there's a lot of encouragement to push yourself, but make sure that you don't push yourself past that breaking point or to the point of throwing up like I did. If you've tried SoulCycle, let me know what your experience was like down in the comments, or if you've tried other spin and cycling classes, let me know what you thought of those in the comments as well. And if you want to see more videos like this where I investigate different companies, businesses, services, clothing lines, you can click that card right up there for my reviews and investigations playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Be confident, love your curves, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday with another new video. Bye!